we have reached the point where it is time to move on from doing solely create mods, and I guess we did a little bit of mob farming over there, but I'm ready to get into some immersive engineering so we can get our biodiesel generator going. So in today's episode, we're going to get our coke ovens up and running and fully automated using the Xnet controller. So let's get ready and let's play. Hello everybody, ElderBarrySirUp here, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play series, FTB University for 119. We had one of these boss spawners spawn up, so figure we'll grab him right quick before we start the episode. Remember, we don't have to worry about the creepers. They're scared of us because of our kitty slippers. But we do have to worry about those guys. Come on. The amount of health you have, you better drop something really good. I'm starting to think my other sword was better. I got this one off of a villager trader. That's not that great. All right. Well, anyway, so today's episode is going to be focused on getting us some power generated so that we can move on to other mods outside of Create. Now, Create is still going to be a big part of the things that I do inside of this mod. I absolutely love Create, and it's going to be a big part. It'll be part of moving items around, things along those lines, and using the trains. I hope I'd like to eventually build like different areas, like industrial areas, warehouses, and so forth, and have things shipped back to the base. But until then, we're going to just build the things here at our current base. So to go ahead, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go into immersive engineering. Now, what we are going after is the eco-friendly the diesel generator. It's going to produce 1 million FE per bucket of biodiesel. We need to go ahead and make our book, which is a book and a lever, and that gets us our engineering machine. Now, biodiesel, the diesel generator, requires biodiesel, which requires plant oil, ethanol, and is the other one required, or is that, let's see, biodiesel or other types of combustible fuel? Biodiesel, to produce biodiesel, combine equal parts of plant oil and ethanol while using a nitrate dust as the catalyst. But I don't want to just jump straight into the diesel generator. That's not going to be fun for anybody who's never seen the mod before. So we are going to make some of the simple machines first. We'll start out, we'll grab us some engineer to core book, and that is a reference of some of the different things that you can make for decoration, a little bit of functional stuff in there, I think, like a little solar panel, something like that. So we'll go ahead and get coke oven going. We'll go ahead and get the alloy kiln. The alloy kiln is really just to make steel. We can make steel using our mechanism stuff here as well. Depends on how you want to do things. It's your game, it's your play. So we'll also need a blast furnace, and we would definitely go with the improved blast furnace if we are going to be making our steel that way. This isn't steel, this is for alloys. Sorry, not steel. The blast furnace is steel, the kiln is alloys. So if we open up our engineering manual here, resources, alloys, so we can get electrum, constantanium, and that looks like that might be about it for those two. Industrial hemp, I told you, you want to start that early because you need those hemp seeds. The hemp fibers are also used in creation of tough fabric, but the seeds we want for our biodiesel. So always plan ahead, always start your stream generator, which you know we have automated with create over there as well, and get as many of those seeds as you can because you're going to need them for your diesel generator. I'm probably going to have to make some nether bricks. I don't think we have any. Nope. So let me check for nether rack in the, oop, wrong button. Well, not wrong button, but wrong mode. Ooh, I don't need that much. Let me go ahead and start getting some of this smelted up right quick. Oh, I keep forgetting to keep this temporal pouch down here for 9 hours. We definitely need to automate smelting a lot better. Actually, we have a small smelter over here, don't we? Where, while that's going, we've been using it for charcoal, but if I drop a bunch of netherrack on here like such and don't accidentally pick it up. Oop, I hit that saw. And then I start picking these up. We should be able, ooh, I don't know what I picked up there. But we should be able to get some of that smelted up like that. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. So we can grab that. Oop, why did that throw? That's weird. Oop, got too close to the lava. Can't stand the heat. Stay out of the kitchen, alright? Oh, yeah. So for the blast bricks, we need... For the kiln, we need 8. We need 27 for the coal coke and 27 for the blast furnace. We're gonna make 2 coal cokes because that's just how I prefer to. So coal coke. Do we have bricks? No, we don't have enough brick for this. So I'm gonna cook some clay as well. All right, so I've added in a second. I added in a second smelting spot. We can replace this with whatever we are going to be smelting as a temporary thing, just to keep things a little cleaner. So we should have plenty. So we need 27 of these. Twice over, actually. It was 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, 8. We're only doing one of those. For now, at least. And for the blast bricks, same thing. We need 27, and we will do that just once over. Okay, next up, we picked up during a immersive, we picked up a workbench at a village. We also picked up a circuit table, which is nice, and crafting table, so that it's nice to have those things. We picked up, or we'll need a hammer to build these things. Let me put this clay up. And we picked up blueprints as well, so the electrodes and projectiles. So that's why we're getting these quests completed as well. And we'll get some coal coke. All right. So the engineering table, we're not going to need it right away, but we'll go ahead and place it down. Click right there. You put a blueprint in there, and then depending on what you are wanting to make, it will tell you the stuff that you need to do so. And the engineering crafting table, it's kind of like a is that even in this thing? No, it'll be in the book though. Engineering crafting table is a simple upgrade to the normal crafting table. In addition to the polished treated surface, it keeps the ingredients inside the crafting grid when it is closed, so much like that. But you can also store materials down here, which is pretty cool. And then the circuit table, let's see here, we have crafting workbench and blueprints. Oh, I don't know about the circuit table actually. Let's place it. Ooh. Oh, I've not seen that before. We're gonna have to play with that and figure that out later. Not at this moment because one, it requires FE, and two, that's gonna be interesting. I do need to get a flux point. We will also get our tank, like what we used over at the mob farm. We're gonna need 4 of these. Am I out of iron again? Really? Oh, there it is. Four of these. And that allows us to get the jumbo tank. We're going to need some drawers. Now there are many different ways to automate everything in modern Minecraft. Okay, there's a lot of different ways to do it. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it because that's what's great about this game. Because we know we have the materials for these things, I'm going to go ahead and get or use Xnet to route the things that we need. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my unloading, you know, my Digificator 5000. I'm going to move the unloading to another area, and this section over here is going to be immersive engineering because there's going to be a lot going on when it comes to getting the biodiesel and everything ready to go. So let's get I shouldn't have done that. I need to keep these so that I know 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. I don't want to build too high, too low, or whatever the case is. And then I'm gonna skip 3 just because I like to keep things in odd numbers. Actually, wait, I almost did it. Yep, see, I also like to keep things, I also like to keep things, to try to keep things within chunk bounds so that we're not having to load extra chunks for no reason. So skip 3 1 2 3, same thing, and hit that with our hammer here. Boom and boom. And then we have the kiln. I really don't like this thing. It's a 2x2. It really messes things up when you build in odd numbers. So we're just gonna put them over here because I want to actually put this back behind here. We'll create this back here like this with a 1 block gap. And for now, we're only creating 1 of these because we're not in desperate need of them. Because this is to create iron. and we have other ways of creating iron. Now, as for the automation, let's get our controller here. We'll place that just right here. Now this is all actually probably going to end up underground so that it's not visible, but just to make it quick and simple for the episode, we're going to do it like this. And then we need a one there. That's also where we'll place the tank and compacting drawer. Right, let's see here. We need regular cable here. That something's not right. It's this. This is not right. So 1, 2, 3. How about that? Ended up doing it out anyway. There we go. And for this, we will need to place a point on there. It is the only thing that's going to require power. So there is that. Now, when we place coal inside of here, because that's all that it'll take, it will not take charcoal. So, but it will take coal. So I want to get a compacting drawer, and I want to place it on top of here like that, and get our coal. We should have some coal inside of this guy right here. We do indeed. Go like that. Now I'm gonna take a couple and get these started because I want to make sure that it's coal blocks that are going inside of these. For this first one, we're going to do item. We'll create that, and this is going to be a round robin. It's going to export from here, and then, but let's actually leave that. Let's get these two first, and then turn that into the export so that it is round robin. Yes, there it goes, and making sure the coal is going out there. Now from there, we'll also need a do another controller here and put compacting drawer here, and then this will be from item as well, and it is going to export and then insert into this one. Now we have to wait until the first one's done to make it automated, because these drawers, even though it's not locked, it still will not go in there. Oh, we don't need an advanced one there. We can use that. Let's see if that messed it up. There it goes, insert. And then we will also create a flood. Create. We want this to be the insert, and these two to be the extracts, like such. And then so this will fill up with the creosote oil. This will fill up with the coal coke, and this is where we put our coal in order to get them cooking up. And you can hear them crackling in the background. So while that stuff's making, we're going to go ahead and make us some fermented spider eyes, and we're going to head over to our mob farm right quick. So I've already come over here and I've added wool and sugar. So if you see now on the blaze spawner, the minimum spawn delay is now 20. And then we're going to use spider eyes to increase the count of how many it can make at one time. And the maximum spawn time we can only fix with clocks, but it takes a lot of clocks. I think I had 30 something clocks in one, and I still hadn't maxed it out yet. But there you go. All 4 of those are now maxed out. So they will just push out so many more mobs so much faster. Those Endermen keep taking my dirt. I should have put them on the opposite side. I will end up switching that around because of that, because I have to keep placing dirt in there. Oh, there we are, 99%, which means this one's done. You see we have some creosote oil in there and a block of coal coke. The oil went away. The coal coke does not, because we have not placed it inside of here yet. There it goes. That one went away. And the oil is coming back here. And we can expand these tanks. These are jumbo tanks. So we can add more. I will eventually build a silo for it, so that, and once the silo's full, these would stop producing. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take our digificator, and I'm going to go do some AFKing and get us some more resources so we can continue on with our immersive engineering in our next episode, where we start working on getting our biodiesel generator and all that that requires up and running. So until next time, this is ElderBarrySirUp wishing you a wonderful day. Take care.